They're not the tags I would prefer to use, sorry. But we are going to give this a hot second before I go into my intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Alright, I think we are LIVE, living. We get our music playing again because it doesn't play right with the settings I got. But welcome to Chaoticcalling Streaming. I'm your DM Starwind, and I'm about to take some inquisitive adventures to play through our trials through Elsparia. Joining me, we have Amara. Say hello.
Hey.
We have Faustus.
Good evening.
We have Surfect.
The one and only.
We have Kronk.
Be with you.
And we have Oren.
Hello.
Last time, I'm just going to get out of that voice, we met a new party in the city of Cardiff, and slowly they were taking in a day of events and settling in on their lunch hour at the Golden Tambourine. Scattered in the tavern, they had their meals and partook in minor meet and greets with each other as a pair of orcs came in from the streets to try some bootlicker. Keep in mind, the bootlicker is some serious. One of the orcs, unable to hold their liquor, started a fight with his friend, and the pair of them looked to disrupt the place. The patrons, who are also adventurers, we'll find out, took to trying to solve the fight by peacefully, as Surfik, a Yanti, decides to cast Charm on one of the orcs and convince them, hey friend, you need to leave. And he tries to, and the pair continue their fight outside and then leave. Peace is had for a spell as most of the adventuring patrons started to chat up each other. We had Amara, the pale-skinned girl who had a chipper demeanor. We have Surfik, a Yanti, a laid-back bard. Faustus, a kept-to-self noble. Kronk, a naturalist concerned turtle, and quite savory I heard. Oren, a helpful cleric. All's well till the howling and hooting could be heard outside the tavern, and 3 guards were chasing 3 direwolves. But, in the eyes of Kronk, to be fair, 3 mean men were chasing down 3 poor innocent puppies, and we had to save them. And that's kind of like where we left off. So, just kind of like recap, because I said, well, we recap, but just to get into the event here, was it Oren who released the last hound, or was it Kronk? It was Kronk? Like, who dropped the leash? That was...
I think it was Oren.
Oh, okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at in this hot water. So, the guard was getting ready to, put out his spear, and it's like, look, you're interrupting with... And he's just frustrated, he's picking up the item he was going to use to carry the wolves back, and... What do you want to do? Like, he's frustrated at you, but he doesn't look like he's going to get aggressive at this point.
Sir, I understand your frustration, but I want you to realize that those wolves were going to attack you, and it seemed the easiest route that they would leave you alone if you released it. And as I said, as I released it, they did run away, so your life is safe.
Let's get a perception check from the 2 of you that are outside. That would be Oren and our turtle friend, Kronk.
They're already running the streets, eating the baby.
Oh no, poor baby, Kronk. Alright, no, Oren, you just hear a sharp barks, and then light whimpering, as hounds usually do when they're being reprimanded. And all of a sudden, as you're having that conversation, you see what looks like an ogreish person just lassoing these hounds and just dragging them along like if he was having them on a leash, and he just starts traveling in your direction with these 3 hounds in tow. Come on, you better get to coming. And then he starts to see the situation up here with the guards who had the leashes, and he's like, look, I got them under control. Sorry they got out, but them orcs, you'll find them in an alleyway 3 blocks down. I took care of the problem. They shouldn't be getting out anymore.
But they do not wish to go with you.
Not my problem. They are owned. Property must be taken back. You don't let horses go free now, do you?
Horses are willing to have a master. These do not want to have a master.
Well, too bad. They got a master anyway, and I don't get paid if I don't bring them back. Excuse me, good sirs. And, he just continues to drag these dogs. Like, they're coming, and he's like, come on, you mutts. If you want something to eat, we gotta go back to the stable. And the guards are, like, just watching the spectacles. Like, okay, I guess our job is done. Do you need help, sir? And this is like a half-ogre that is, like, walking through the town with these 3 hounds and just pulling them with a taunt rope on each one of their necks.
My character be able to see that from his angle, looking out the window right now?
Right about now, yeah. As soon as he's like, go for it.
He'll look over at the other two and be like, I'll be right back. As he'll just kind of slither out of the chair, as you would kind of hear just like the rattlesnake sound effect as he goes slithers on out.
Mm-hmm.
Goes over to the door, opens it, and peeks out to see what's going on.
Yeah, and he's just easily moving these mutts. Like, it's like no problem for him.
Now, do these 3 guards look pretty sour at our savory friend and his human sidekick?
I don't know that you would even, like, unless you go out there to insight, I don't think you would have a knowledge just behind the door.
He's gonna go out. He's gonna go out.
Yeah.
Actually walk out.
Yeah, you probably have to interact with him a bit just to figure it out. But yeah, you can see him kind of like, come on, you mutts, let's go. There's some food waiting for you back at the stalls. You can hear his loud, bellowing voice as he just kind of like keeps pulling on the ropes. And, he eventually keeps going. So unless there's anything you do in that direction, he keeps going on about his business.
Alright.
Sorry, go ahead.
Kronk, how do you feel about this, friend?
I think we should convince him to let us bring him puppies that will be looking for a master.
But he's not the master, he's a bounty hunter, it seems.
His job would be easier if he had more willing animals.
Maybe we should figure out where he's going and then talk to the master.
Would I be hearing this?
Oh, yeah, you're right there beside him. I'm not being
Yeah,
quiet.
he quickly walks up and says, what are you doing?
We're trying to let those dire wolves free. They don't want to be captured.
As kind of staring at your character with a very overt look, like a half-lidded glance. His snake tongue is very clearly, visibly like out and just kind of sticking out in a way. It doesn't even look like he notices. As he says, "That's not a good idea."
Why is that?
He says, "This is the city now. I'm not quite sure if you know how to live in here, but." As he looks back, says, "Those look like city guard dogs. If anything, it looks like that would be a harder case to do if anything else. I really wouldn't get yourself troubled into it. I know you may have good intentions, but that's not how the city works."
Yeah, the guards that were paying you attention earlier seem to have interested themselves in you as the situation they were sent to take care of has been diffused already. So, apparently they seem to be making sure the wolves make it back to where they belong so that they don't get in trouble.
But if they're city guard dogs, wouldn't they be working with the guards, and wouldn't the guards not have trouble with them?
This happens almost every day, as he almost says in an exasperated, annoyed tone.
But
Oops.
every day, I think, Kronk, you're right, that they don't wish to be kept in cages. They want to be free.
And following that, Sir Prickle add, "No one wants to do anything in this city. If I had my choice, I'd be sitting at home all day. But I have to... No! As he kind of says in a quickly hasty tone, "I forgot I had to do that. He's gonna be mad anyway. Oh well."
Animals that wish for a master are always better to have as a companion and at your side.
Yeah, he's gonna look over, give a very squinted look, and be like, I don't know what you're into, but you should probably come back inside before you make the guards angrier.
Kronk, I think we
Meanwhile,
should go inside.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Let's go for it. Meanwhile, you guys had a lot of spotlight there. What's going on tomorrow?
What do you think they're doing out there?
I'm not quite sure. It seems that there must be some sort of kerfuffle out there. Lots of grunting and growling.
Are there like a lot of really big things like out here? Cause I see big dogs, and then there was an even bigger guy walking the dogs, and is that normal?
I'm afraid I don't exactly know. I'm not quite from this part of the continent? Question mark.
Yeah, pretty much.
Neither. Wait, continent.
Well, yes, I'm from Perinthia. I'm most certainly not from around here.
I'm from Nanai.
So, do I have a ballpark of where that is?
You make a history check at disadvantage. I mean, you're not from around here, but we'll see if you might have heard it in passing.
Okie dokie.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's probably not even that far away, so it's probably been brought up once or twice in a conversation nearby. But as far as, like, what the city actually is, you don't know very much about it, except for it's a location where people send a lot of their goods.
I'm vaguely familiar with that area.
It's really pretty. You should visit sometime.
But I'm sure once I have the free time.
Well, she stretches. You know, I really should probably get back to rock hunting.
Rock hunting?
See, I'm looking for this special kind of marble, but it's only found out in the wilds. So, I wonder if no one's busy.
she kind of thinks to herself.
And meanwhile, the three of them make their way back in, and now we can rejoin scenes.
Yeah, looking kind of looking a little exasperated, but yes, he turns back and says, hey, pretty guy and the nice lady, as he kind of walks over.
I think he might be referring to us.
Nah, because as he grabs his stuff that he had on the table, some notes, some scrolls, some books, he says, I'm going to be in big trouble for missing some of these errands, but I already have anyway. And you said you were looking for someone, right?
It's above game I didn't, but...
Oh, I thought you did.
No, remember whenever I said there were two people who were looking for people and I got confused? Yeah, guess what? We're all confused.
Yeah, I thought he mentioned. Okay,
I think it's this guy that mentioned it.
It's me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's picking up his stuff, as he says. Well, have it this. Scratch that then. And he's picking up his stuff, says, well, you two are new to the city, right?
Yes, I only came here just this morning.
A great way to learn something would be at my college. We have some maps and some books about the place. Come along if you like.
That sounds wonderful!
I'm not sure how that would help me with finding a person.
Oh, you're looking for someone? I could probably ask my teacher. Mr. Keith, he knows a lot of things.
Well, my attempt this morning ended miserably, so I suppose having help would probably be the best course at this point. So, check please.
Yeah, he smiles. Oh, by the way, this entire time he's been talking, plus since he's been inside, his tongue has just been lightly hanging out and just been sticking out in like a little snake-like way.
It's just not kind of awkwardly lobbed to the side.
Alright, so you ask for a check of art, and Nate comes over and just kind of like hands you over a thing. I don't know, you just had a few things, so I think it's like maybe 1 silver.
It was for the stew and a wine.
I forget what I told you, so let's make it 3 silver.
Here you are, miss. That was excellent.
Well, thank you. Hope to see you again. And she'll take your change and then ask if you... Like, I don't know if the rest of you ordered anything or already paid up, but,
My character ordered a stew, but he'd pay for it.
Alright.
And with a smile would say,
I'll be back for karaoke night.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it. She says as she awkwardly just kind of like walks away from you. Checking on our turtle and cleric friend, the bar Keith, kind of says, well, you guys need anything? Is everything alright out there?
One of your strongest, cheapest drinks, please.
Okay, that's
So
a trick
water.
question. Yeah, it's like, that's a trick question. Yeah, I guess water.
I would ask her, Miss, do you know who's in charge of those war dogs?
Let's see if she would actually know. She'll do a knowledge check of her own. Being a commoner, it is just... Okay, I've seen them around, but I don't know who. But you might be able to check the stables on the north end of town. They've been working with some weird animals here lately. I mean, I don't know any further details than that.
I thank you for that. And I
Yeah.
give her a coin for the information.
Just double checking. Okay, characters not the same. Okay. Seriously, I will. What?
Hey, Mr. Turtle? Mr. Other person? You,
Sorry.
you were looking for someone, weren't you?
Well, I'm just looking to see if there's anyone that knows about a man that might be in the area.
yeah, piping
Yeah,
up. Sorry.
that's perfect. The man over there, says that he might know someone who might know who you're looking for. Apparently they're over at the college.
Yeah, piping us kisses.
Yeah, well, right. Mr. Case, he's my teacher. He knows a lot of people in the city. He might know someone that could help you.
All of a sudden, you notice a stern look on Oren's face, and he grabs his hammer. Fine, lead the way. There's no time to waste. I want to find out if there's any information of this man.
Is it,
I know it may be none of my business, but who are you looking for? Why are you looking for him?
You don't need to know that.
Seems pretty reasonable to me. And she turns to the turtle.
my character has a bit of a concerned look, and yes, his tongue is sticking straight out, just on his chin, just like he's staring like as this.
Alright, guys.
She turns to the turtle.
What about you?
I go where the wind goes.
Ara just kind of like turns around and.
I was sitting here thinking the same
How
thing.
about now?
I was sitting here thinking the same thing. Oh, that's cute. Love it.
My character kind of just he smirks a little bit at that.
Oh my god. Thanks
She's
so
just
much.
exactly what I imagined a little sister would be.
I like her.
She looks really like she did good, and the turtle's gonna do it. She's like so hopeful. She's practically beaming at you.
Oh, nice.
The wind might also be favorable if there was that flask on the end of it.
Just piping up with a quick stern tone as my character says,
Are you an alcoholic?
Only when dealing with the city.
"This is."
That's a first. I never thought I'd meet an alcoholic turtle.
As he begins to walk out.
She'll like you did ask for a cheap drink. They give you a drink, a cheap, strong drink. Like she gives you like a grape wine that they had on stock. It's kind of cheap, like maybe.
It's actually dirty water with a little umbrella.
Shh! Don't give away the secret ingredient. I mean, it tastes like oranges.
Kronk will put it down without savoring it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drink it. Yeah, it's strong a little bit, but not. It does feel like it's watered down, but you feel like that exactly what you asked for, something strong and cheap.
She kind of like grabs your big, turtly, like meaty hand, and she's like, "Come on, hurry! Everyone's getting away!" And she like tries to run, but she's like running in place.
Big meaty claws.
Alright, so does everybody leave at this point, or?
So Faustus would have followed Surfict out the door.
We're just waiting to see if our turtle...
Kronk's going to be moving about half as fast as Amira wants him to go.
Nice.
She's like already out the door, like
Kind of going back and forth to make sure he keeps up. Alright, as you guys are traveling towards where Surfic is trying to lead you, there's several people out in the streets. It's busy, it's bustling, and you can see traffic on the sidelines. You can see carriages going up and down the roads, looking both ways before you cross the street. And, you kind of like see a lot of people who are distinctively out, like you can clearly see their face. And there's like a few individuals who seem to be kind of shady in a way. Like they're dressed up in robes like they don't want to be noticed. And one of these people accidentally bumps into, let's see, Faustus. And I need perception checks from everybody at this point. You're listening for something.
Oh boy.
And he goes, "Pardon me," and tries to go about his way. See,
Oh, but I'm terribly sorry.
This works out better because I went and checked your passives. At this point, I'm like, wow, nobody's on the passive side, so I have to ask for
I got 19.
Jesus, Samara.
You guys are pretty good. Faustus might not have noticed it, but you hear a slight, like a glass break or something as soon as he bumped into Faustus. And then he's just like, "Oh, sorry about that," and tries to like cloak his voice. And Amara, it's almost like this, this gruff voice might, I don't know, it has some familiarity to it, but he quickly dashes past you and starts down the street.
Oh, it was the orc from the bar from earlier.
What a confusing conflict. But yeah, you all, except for Faustus, hear like a sharp glass breaking. Quick look around, you can see what looks like a porcelain piece of glass that's on the ground from when he bumped into Faustus.
What's that?
And she checks it out.
I mean, for a fact it's porcelain. That
Wonder why.
Is it? Oh no!
She kind of scoops it up and she starts putting the pieces back together like a pro Rubik's Cube player, and just kind of starts to mend it in this way.
But
As per the cantrip.
my character kind of just says in a bit of a crude, just like smirked look, like that half-lit smirked look. His guy says,
You should probably keep that if the guards come by us. He probably stole it.
Well, if you stole it, shouldn't we take
Well,
it?
guy says,
This happens a lot.
She mended the object. What is she holding?
It's just now a fraction of whatever it was, like something he had on and broke off, and you mend the pieces back together. Make what would it be? I would say like a knowledge check. I guess history, or yeah, it'd be history, I guess.
About an investigation.
Investigation. Let's go with that. I'll go with that. Like you have the pieces, and it just reminds you of some of the material that you're familiar with, very familiar with. It's almost like touching yourself. If that's weird, don't think too much about it, guys. Just
Okay.
no, it's the porcelain
Pieces of home, if you will.
Yes. That's the non in the ditch. Ideal thing. Sorry, I'll get out of the ditch now, guys. Hold on. Alright, we're clear. Alright, yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, so yeah, this just kind of like reminds you of home.
She like gets a little less chipper.
Yeah, and the figure is already like half the block down and is constantly looking around frantically if anybody just paid it any attention. With those perception checks, I would say everybody but Faustus, who's probably like, rude, bumped into me. I mean, what's going on with you, Faustus? How do you feel about that?
But it's just like, because like he isn't really like used to being out in public that much. It's like, he really should have watched where he was going.
You guys go on ahead to the college. I'll catch up.
Imara, what is it?
I just have a funny feeling about this.
I don't think you should be alone.
With a sigh, kind of
Why
just
not?
with a sigh, he puts his stuff back up in a bag that he was holding. He says,
It can wait a little bit. What do you need help with?
Man,
You
left
need to
right.
check work.
You need to check for what?
Find that orc guy. He's pretty far ahead. Come on.
yeah, with a sigh, says,
All right.
I mean, for an orc, he's awfully short. Just saying. But, yeah, you see him look left to right. He's still about a half a block ahead of you. Puts him at about 50 feet or so from you. And then he starts rushing across the street before traffic gets in the way. And then you guys make your way towards him, or?
I was like full on sprinting, just unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so Amara will catch up, and who else is following at the same pace? Everybody but maybe...
I am.
Everybody
My
but
character
Kronk,
be
maybe?
following too.
I assume Kronk is slowly bringing up the rear. Is that how that works?
Meandering.
Alright. So, yeah, as Kronk kind of like slowly catches up, and we'll get back to you in a second, but the rest of you kind of like watch the guy cross the street, and now you're all looking for traffic, and then you try to go over there, and then make a perception check to see if he notices you guys, and see if he doesn't seem to notice, and then eventually he like stops at the corner, and he's like looking around again, and then all of a sudden you're directly behind him. What do you
Hey,
do? And you hear like the shuffling of something underneath this cloak.
she got
And-
there.
And she kind of throws open the cloak.
Hey! It's not nice to do that, Amar. I mean, he steps back away and just kind of like, excuse me?
Sorry, how do you know my name?
If it wasn't for the cloak, you would probably see him sweating beads.
She like steps forward again like some freak of nature.
I'm going to have to ask you to return that item, please.
What do you mean? What? He's like trying to cover his voice, like, what do you mean? But you definitely kind of recognize it.
Now, sir, I do believe that you're cornered, so I recommend that you might as well, what is the phrase? Spill the beans?
Like, do I recognize it?
Oh yeah, you know, his demeanor, his fidgeting,
Wait
like,
a minute, this early in the game?
well, he didn't have time to leave the state yet, and I had a chance for you guys, but yeah, you realize this is Rudin. He was hiding out in the city waiting to leave, and he says,
Holy shit, my whole
Yeah.
character arc quest is complete right now.
alright, we're done. Time to go home, everybody. No, this
Yeah,
is a chance.
GG.
Yeah, so he kind of like pulls the hood down for a moment and says, it's me, Amara, and then he puts it back on.
Rudin?
Yes, dear. Listen.
She like jumps and like hugs him.
Oh,
She's like
careful,
super heavy, and
careful,
she's like,
careful.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh,
yeah.
you're here! I found you! I found you! I found you! I found you!
Yeah, okay, put me down, child. Put me down, child. You know my back can't take this. Oh.
She like drops him.
Oh, look, it's both good to see you and not so good to see you, dear. But I have to leave. You know that, right?
I don't understand.
I messed up.
Why do you have to leave?
It was a mistake.
I heard it was an accident. I'm sure if you explain it to them, they'll understand.
I tried reasoning, and I must go elsewhere if I wish to continue existing, if you don't mind, tomorrow.
Come with you.
So, looking at his kisses,
Amara, who is this?
This is my father!
Greetings. Thank you for keeping a watchful eye on her.
looking, sorry,
No, go ahead.
looking over and, as this whole situation, it's played out a lot in the city, hasn't it? Like, trying to get out of town kind of thing. This is... Remember, I do have an urchin background, so I have seen this darker side of the city once before.
With you being in the lore college as well, I will let you, like, if you're trying to, like, are you trying to assess something here, like an insight or
Yeah, like an assess something.
Yeah, either give me an insight or a history check to see how
Alright,
relevant that
alright.
information links together. Like, I'll give you those two options.
We'll do history then.
Alright. Yeah, because you already understand
15.
he's trying to leave. It's like... So, yeah, there are underground routes that, for a price, they will help you get out of the state safely. It's just that he's probably waiting for that situation to actually occur. So, him, like, being cloaked up and trying to do some ins and odds while he's waiting to keep himself busy and not go insane is probably not unheard of, but it's definitely not good that he got exposed right away to someone he already knows.
Yeah, and with that being said, knowing it's her father, he's a good man. He's a good snake. He reaches into his bag again. You hear some jingling. He walks over. He attempts to take the man's hand.
Okay.
And then he lays 20 gold into his hands because says,
You know what? Whatever you did, it's alright.
He flips your hand
Stay
over.
safe.
He flips your hand over and gives it back and pushes it away. I don't need money. I'm perfectly fine in that respect. Like, Mara, I hope you're not staying at home.
What do you mean? I left Nanai to find you.
Yeah, and I left the night to make sure nothing happened to you.
Well, now we're here.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Well, that does put a damper on my plans, dear. I had to leave because that night, I got tipped off. They were sitting... Well, somebody was very angry. An upset family that was victim of, the thing. And I had to leave. Otherwise, they were going to have me killed. So, I'm going to try to head to Corinthia, find a place there, and start over. But, dear, look at you. And he kind of, like, taps your cheek with his hand. He's like...
Yeah. She blinks.
He looks at you still longingly. He's like, look at you. You're perfect. You're a work of art. Yet, it is unkempt of me to chain you to my fate. So, Amara...
Why not?
She just doesn't understand.
Amara... He, like, pets your hair. He's like, Amara, you poor innocent child. Why? And he's like...
Why?
Amara, dear. I just can't put you through this pain. I promise I'll keep in touch. I know I didn't tell you right away what was happening, but if I did not do what I did, I wouldn't have this conversation with you right now.
Are you leaving me all alone?
I know, dear, it's terrible, but you're a full... He, like, questions himself. You're a fully grown woman capable of doing things on your own, right, dear? Pat. I tell you what.
She looks perplexed, like she doesn't know what to do with herself.
I tell you what, here's the plan. I'll give you this much. As soon as I am safely secured in a new workshop, a new continent, I will have word sent to you. Might be a message, might by mail, or it might be a sending if I could find a mage good enough for me. But I will find a way to get a word to you, one way or another. Just give me a chance to try to mend things and get away from the situation. I'm sure it'll be fine. I just gotta, looks around. Gotta stay in incognito.
She kind of hands him the porcelain piece that was broken.
Oh dear! He gets worried, and then he opens his cloak and looks at a porcelain doll that has similar designs of, kind of resembles you in a way, but it still looks imperfect, like it's not finished. And then there's a crack where that piece came off, and he thanks you. And it's like, Amara, would you be a dear and just kind of mend this back on for me?
Okay, and she with the pro Rubik's Cube player just and fixes it.
I'm gonna miss you for that, but don't you worry. Part of you will always be a part of me. Pat, pat.
And she just kind of, I guess, watches him go.
Yeah, he'll slowly look around, be safe, dear, and be careful. And he'll start to walk away from you.
Turns around like she still doesn't understand what just happened.
And then he gets hit by it. No.
What?
A carrot comes wandering around and... No, I won't do that to you this early in the game.
Yeah.
I have other plans for this man. I mean...
Looking a bit awkward and confused at the situation, but... He just quickly just smiles. Says,
Come on. After we go see Mr. Keith, maybe I can treat you to a drink.
and he just smiles.
Orin, Amara, and he starts to talk. You know your father, which is a great thing. You can hold on to those memories. I don't know my parents. My parents were killed when I was born. So you should hold on to those memories. At least your father is safe and alive. And you will see him one day.
He's just very quiet and still processing.
As he said that, I was kind of like thinking, wouldn't it be hilarious if he like turned around and said, goodbye? He's still right there. No, sorry. Yeah, still processing, and yeah, he's long gone. He's ducked
Okay,
into the
I guess we're going to the college now.
Alright, anyone else have anything else they want to do here, or are we just going to head to the college?
I'm good.
Okay.
Faustus is contemplative but doesn't say a word.
Kronks finally showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
What the fuck are you all doing?
There was a lovely flower back there. I had to stop.
I'm sure it was.
Alright, and then once again, you guys just resume into the direction of the college at this point, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so as you approach this college, it kind of has like a Roman aesthetic to it, as there's like pillars in the front that leads into like a stone building, and you know, it has like the College of Lore emblem just like engraved in the stone above. And it's like a really fanciful looking library at this point. As you enter in, you can see shelves upon shelves of books, tables scattered on the inside, people reading, and lectures being had in like the far distance ends of the rooms. And there's like cut-off rooms where other people can meet and have like what would some say is a class of some sort. Surfik, you would know that your master is probably fixing to start a class soon, which is probably why you had material you were going to bring to him, or...
I was placing just like get some odds and end errands to like deliver this, get some ink for this, such and such. But yeah, we could play it off as that.
Well, I mean, like maybe you had some inks that you had to deliver for him as well, like you had to pick up some supplies for him or something at this point. But you did mention you had to go see him and make sure you had everything he needed, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you know exactly where he is. He's in the middle of one of his, like he just in the middle of like finishing up lunch actually. And you see him at a desk and there's a small room with a few chairs and a few benches that are just like seated out so people can have a seat and listen to a lecture if needed. And then he sees you come in and says, "My boy Surfing, welcome back. Please, come in, come in."
My character just stares there like
I have been waiting for you this whole time. Now hurry. Do you have my supplies? Do you have them right now?
Yes. She's just tongue out staring, just like, oh god.
Quickly, I need the ink.
He takes it out. He puts all the things out on the table that he
Alright,
got. He's like,
I know this is a very bad time, Mr. Cave, but there's some situations that very much popped up.
Oh, looks like you have some friends with you, but that's perfectly fine. Leave them right there. He like licks the tip of a pen and then dips it in the inkwell. All right, here we go. And he starts writing down some jargon on a piece of paper.
my character looks back with a face that can only scream, "Help me."
Now, I know you're wondering, but I'm in the middle of a formula right now, and it just came to me out of nowhere. Soon, I'll be able to help with the airship building that Professor Smithersbond from across the ocean, who is personally working on a project, and hopefully I can intervene and help him out with some... What did you need? He, like, stops for a minute, realizing there's a crowd of people here.
Just slacked up, goes, ah. He looks up for the group.
Yeah, so you're looking at, like, a long, flat, silvered-hair old man who's got, like, golden spectacles on as he's writing. Then he kind of, like, stares up with his robe-like features that he has on, like a professor robe of some sort. And he's like, "Oh, can I help any of you? I mean, I'm in the middle of something, and I think I got most of it down, but I can spare you a moment."
So I must apologize for the interruption. It does appear that you are occupied.
Nonsense,
But,
nonsense! This, don't worry about it! He slides some of that stuff off to the side. Please, what's on your mind?
Well, I was told by your student, I suppose.
Oh, are you looking to enroll?
Oh, no.
No? I mean, we got good tutelage going on right now. You can get a good tuition. No? All right. Yes. Well, then, what do you need?
It's like, and even he's starting kind of like losing his place.
Surfix is currently grabbing the bridge of his nose with like his fork tip of his tongue, just like leaning down, just like.
Well, your students suggested to us that you might, know certain individuals in this city.
I know many individuals. Many of them failed my classes. But hey, that's not you. What do you need?
Would you, does the name Scarlet Judaeus ring a bell to you?
Scarlet Judaeus? Scarlet Judaeus? No. He says that a little louder and he's like, "No, afraid not." Wait a minute. Who is this Scarlet Judaeus? Maybe if you give me a little bit more input. Name might not be enough.
Well, I don't know much about her myself. I was sent here by my family to go and find her, and, well, here I am.
What was your family's name?
Do you, Dawnbreaker?
Yes, Dawnbreaker, okay. Wait, that's not from around here. I don't recognize that as a surname around here. Where are you from?
Perinthia.
Oh! No, it doesn't ring a bell. What else can you give me? What other information? Come on. There's gotta be something that can jog my memory, otherwise I am not gonna be able to figure this out, and I can't handle not knowing.
I'm afraid it's, nothing I can quite say in polite company, I'm afraid.
What's your mother's name? Perhaps I know your mother. What's your mother's name?
Oh, yes, my mother. Her name was Josephine Dawnbreaker. Oh, no,
Josephine!
That was incorrect.
Joseph!
That was incorrect.
Yeah, I'm gonna start yelling the wrong name now.
Don't know your mom's name.
I think he changed it.
No, it's complicated.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is complicated.
If I can bring myself to the correct place.
Don't even know your own mother's name. What?
Looking at us, says,
Mr. Cave, if I may make a suggestion, what about the registration forms? Maybe the people who registered others coming to the city might know a little bit more about that name.
Sorry, Countess Lillian Dawnbreaker.
Countess Lillian? Countess Lillian? Oh, afraid that doesn't ring a bell either. Oh, no.
Would you happen to know Lucius Dawnbreaker? Count Lucian.
Lucius? That son of a bitch is still alive, huh?
Yes, he is quite healthy.
I have not seen him in years. Matter of fact, I think he's been in this library a good couple of times. Always looking for information about some cult stuff. Weird one, that one.
yeah, weird. Do you happen to know where I might find maybe some of his associates? Perhaps she might be somewhere around there?
Oh, what? And he's like connecting invisible dots in here. It's like, yeah. Well, let me think here. Oh, where would we put this person or associates? Or where can we gather information? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. That's not helping me, is it? All right. So, yeah, he's trying to process that. In the meantime, are you guys having a conversation in the background as you're watching this play out?
My character looks like he's about to have a stroke.
Orin is watching to see if Faustus gets any information, because he's like starting to think, is like, I don't really think this is going to help me find any information.
I've got it, he finally says as he finishes connecting last night. Do you know where Tarkov's stable stalls are?
I'm afraid not. I came to the city just this morning.
Okay. Listen. It's just north. Yeah. Oh, I mean, Surfect here could show you the way if you don't know your way around, right? Surfect, you can do that for them, right?
Out of character, the urchin background finally pays off. As cases,
Yes, I know where it is.
Perfect. He can take you. It won't be a problem whatsoever. Anyway, what I need from you is to talk to Tarkov. Now, he's a friend of a friend of a friend, so I can't say he knows exactly who this is, but if anybody knows, it should be him. But be careful of his big friend. He's got a new big friend that he's, I mean, he took pity on the poor guy, but at the same time, he's helping him out there, and hopefully they won't cause you too much trouble. But he would definitely know somebody more in the case of what you're looking for.
Wait, my character know who this big friend is?
You guys just met him.
Oh, so my character does. Okay, so
I mean, you don't know him personally, but you know of him being there.
Yeah, so my character looks. I was like,
do you remember that one thing?
He looks over at the turtle and the our group token human. As he looks over, and says,
Do you remember that one large guy who was carrying the wolves like they were puppies?
Yes.
As my character makes a little snap with his tongue somehow and points over at you two and be like,
That's the guy.
Really?
Well,
he nods.
Well, that's the guy going to the guy. That's not Tarkov. That's just the guy that he's pitying.
Well, I mean, that's
okay.
the
I just want to
guy.
make sure. I just want to make sure you know that that's not Tarkov. The guy that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put the rope out real quick so we don't get confused, because I know it's been happening a little bit. So Tarkov is a human that you know of that runs the stable, who took pity on a half ogre who you don't know the history about, so that might be something you discover when you get there. However, you did see the half-ogre pull those dire wolves, and he was heading in that direction. So, there we go. That's where that line is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just want to clear that up. But, yeah. He's like, oh, that's probably your best bet to find any further details. If there's anybody in the in the shadows, kind of like winks. And you kind of feel like he doesn't know what winking is. And
So Faustus kind of flushes at that.
Yeah, and he knows some shadier people. But anyway, is there anything else I can help you all with?
No, because
Mr. Keith, we have a mer person looking for someone.
as he points over, this time with actually his hand to the human.
Very well. Who are you looking for?
Well, it's gonna be the hard part. I don't know who they really are. All I know is that they were wearing a cape and they had a claw pendant.
Claw pendant? Gonna need a little bit more than that, I'm afraid. I don't know this claw pendant for anything. Like, that's a major keepsake for most of these ogres and orcs, they keep claws of their kills and they use them as necklaces. It's usually a pretty good keepsake for such a thing. Is there anything unique you could tell me about it?
Well, he wanted my father, Thulgrim, to make this weapon for him with this jewel, and he brings out the parchment and shows it to him. This is what we created.
Good. Give him advantage on this roll. Alright. Interesting. He's like reading over. It's like, this gem, what was it? Do you know what material it was made from? What kind of magic it has? He's like digging for the lore of it.
No. My father does not tend to ask information.
So a mysterious gem. Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
muttering under his breath. They should try and
Purple. All it is a purple gem that we know, and we created a hammer axe with it. And after we created it, he took it and he massacred the village.
Oh, painfully
Us alive.
dull.
Everyone else is dead.
Now, I will say this much. I will say that this looks like a perfect implement for hammering nails and chopping down trees as needed. But hearing that just kind of like puts a sour note on that. And
Thinking about it and hearing him kind of mention it before with our certain pretty boy's father, he says,
Mr. Keith, maybe it could be something in the occult books. You can try checking it out.
Well, I'll take some researching to do, and I got class, so I don't know if I got the time for you today. I could definitely look into it to you tonight if you're interested in me taking time to do that. Or if you want to, I could probably show you around and show you a couple books you can read through. It's entirely up to you if you want to do such a thing.
I can wait for the information.
Oh, okay.
You fine than I am. I'm not very good with books, if you know what I mean.
Well, they can be intimidating, especially for those who are unlearning the words of reading and whatnot. But hey, no problem. I will definitely try to look into the situation here. And he scribbles down some more information, especially off of these documents you're showing him that might have parent type of details.
I leave him the parchment with. It's like this. If you need the parchment will probably help you better if you maybe.
I was just going to take some notes from it. It's no big deal. But yeah, I'll go ahead and hold on to it, and you can collect it whenever I show my findings. Oh, interesting. I have a project again.
So, with those cases...
Mr. Keith, I could try to entertain him around the city until then.
Yes. You know what? You all look like an adventuring kind of group. Look at you all, and just kind of notices some of you carrying weapons and armor and stuff. Well,
Faustus just blinks.
Yeah, and he's like...
Laura's still spacing out in the background.
Quite an interesting troop you've got here, Suffolk.
I met them at the bar. The one with karaoke.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I go there every Thursday. For some reason, I keep getting kicked out. I don't know why. I mean, I take a drink and then that's it. I black out and wake up in the streets. Funny thing there.
With those cases...
Dr. Kate, Mr. Keith, you keep drinking the bootlegger.
Oh, right. I think somebody keeps switching my drinks, too. I swear I keep asking for a raspberry daiquiri, and anyway! And he just continues writing notes and stuff like that.
Is there anything we could do to help you?
Unless you can help me research some of this information yourself, I think not. For the meantime, that's an interesting idea that I did have planned in the back of my head, but never came to surface.
He's scribbling.
You want to perceive? You can make a
Sure.
perception check if you want to look over and see if he's
Or
not, or...
an intelligence check, either one.
Oh, yeah. Make you... Investigation is intelligence, right?
Yes.
So you can roll
I'll
that
do
with
that.
advantage, because I think you might have some know-how in this. Ooh, nice. Yeah, well, I mean, you see the documents, and it's basically going over, information, I believe, like the folding of metals to make the actual hammer or axe that was produced, and then just the details of, the artisan's details that would be inside the document, that their own personal touch that makes this their brand, so to speak, and other details of how they wanted the gem inserted in a location that empowered or embellished the weapon.
Right.
So, Yeah.
Something about a skyship too?
Oh, off to the left, yeah, there was like some information that he was writing down about a certain stone or relics of stone that can help make like a floating material for a ship or something. It's
What
jar-
kind
jar-
of stone is it?
He hasn't got it fully figured out yet. Like, he got halfway into his thought before he got interrupted, but from what you can tell, it's some kind of... It's not like porcelain or anything like that. It's like a harder material, but it's definitely like a granite white to it.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's something similar. It's like, I guess what he's gonna probably call it later is over the table, just to say like it's like a float stone of some sort.
All right.
So we'll put a name to it, float stone.
She's gonna take note of that and keep her eyes out for that.
Alright, and I will also take notes since I came up with it finally, figured out what he was doing. But yeah, there's another project that's going on across the ocean, which is awesome because, airships might be a thing soon. And we're currently working to, like, get the materials and stuff to make it more long-standing. And I am looking for my notes for the new players here. Where are you at?
So yeah, with that being said, Surfik begins to try to nudge everyone to go out the door while looking back and smiling at his professor, saying,
Thank you so much for helping out my new friends, Mr. Kate. I really do hope that your class goes well. I'll make sure to entertain the mother in the city.
as he's saying in a very, very jubilant tone.
Yeah, as you're saying that, he's like already went back into his paperwork. Yeah, that's fine. Go on. Take care. See you later.
And everyone so kindly follows him out the door once he's out, if they do.
Well, I just kind of imagine him like pushing everybody like they're cardboard cutouts just out the door, toppled on one another.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
and
once he does get out the door, he begins to chuckle very lightly. As with that, my character says,
I don't have to go to class until you guys leave the city. I get to get out of school.
it's a win-win. Alright. From there on, you guys are now free to wander the city, head to locations that you think may or may not help you, and explore a little further into this. And I think with that, because I feel my voice just went through a workshop, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little 5-minute break, alright? So
that was your fault.
Yeah, it was, but I ain't gonna lie, that guy was a lot of fun. I didn't think it was going to be that.
Fun.
I didn't think it was going to be that fun, but yeah, I will definitely find a way to tune down the hoarseness of it so it's not killing me. But yeah, usually that's my first attempt, so I'll figure it out later. It's all fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. We're gonna go ahead and take a 5-minute break. We're gonna use the facilities. We're gonna get something to drink. You guys make sure you take a break and get you something to do so we can settle in and get the last of our game going. Stay tuned, everybody.
Oh God, cat.
Hello.
That's a keyword.
The
Welcome.
cat has to be the most important thing in the house and center of attention at all times.
Yep.
And we are back from break, as they are cutting into my intro back, but it's okay, guys. It's fine. So we are coming back, and everybody's ready to play some more D&D, right?
Yep.
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 That is
Or Mahjong.
correct.
Where to, my friends?
Where can we go first?
Is there a guild nearby with job postings?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think that might be nice. We could use some money.
Did he say something about the stables?
So
Well,
thinking
yes,
thinking about it, as looks at us because
I know it's been an eventful day. And you all just entered the city, right?
Yes.
this must because
You don't have to you have to put all your eggs in one basket. Take a load off. We can relax. Just for a little bit.
I'd feel better helping someone.
Well, then you can help me stay out of class.
Then let's try and find a job where we could help someone. Maybe someone needs some errands, or maybe there's some outlaws that need to be taken care of.
Maybe someone needs help finding a lost horse.
Nice. Okay, so I'm just
Well-
gonna ask in general, where are you heading to the stables, or are you going in a different direction?
Like Faustus, no matter what, is heading toward the stables. I'm afraid that my business at the, I suppose, the stables can't wait.
besides because
All right. Let's go to the stables. I'll see what I can do. I know they don't know me that much, but I could try to talk your way into getting some information.
and he looks over at these two is because
And I wouldn't try releasing the hounds.
Hounds?
You are not Krunk's supervisor.
I agree with. If we need to release the hounds, we will release the hounds. But I think it's better to do it at night than during the day.
Who let the hounds out?
And Mara's like,
Wait a minute. You two have dogs?
and with because
I think they're still talking about the police hounds that I don't want to go to jail for.
Well, at any rate, Surfect was it? If you do
Yes.
help me out today, I'd be sure to return the favor for you. For all your help today.
what's happening? Because
All right. I didn't want to have to poke my face into some place that might start something, but we could try there.
Alright, so heading to the stables. You see your average stable at first glance, and then in the back there's like a giant yard of whatnot, and as soon as you get to it you can see the ogreish figure like tossing meat and then like doing some kind of whistling on a whistle, and the three hounds that were previously running away now seem to be trying to be trained.
Puppies!
And as you get closer to the building, you can see, let's see here what this is. You see, once I pull up the right page information, because I keep looking at the characters, a very quiet-looking man, a human, if you would, sitting on the porch of what seems to be the shop, and he's just like staring towards you guys as you approach. Doesn't seem fazed by what's going on in the backyard, and seems to have a presence here at this location.
does my character know who this know the old man's name?
I mean, you probably had to get a horse every now and then, right? So yeah, you would know this as Tarkov, the guy that was referenced before. He seems to be just out here waiting for customers.
Oh, out here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that building there?
He's just sitting out, like on a porch or something, just getting outside of the inner sanctum of the shop, and as one does.
Alright, well, so it would be this guy here,
Well,
or this one.
Well, okay, if we're looking at that, I was doing the mind stuff, but yeah, it'd be kind of like this guy. And
Alright.
I can't put it off the map. Let's see here. Let's put it like right here. There's like a backyard over there where the hounds are being trained. Yeah, that works
Right.
better visually, I guess.
Wait, he'll without walking out, just kisses
Greetings, Sarkov.
No, Tarkov.
Tarkov. Well, I said Tarkov.
Yeah, yeah. He thought he misheard you, and he's like, "What? What do you need?"
Long time no see. I actually came to you for some information this time. I'm not needing any horse right now.
See him pull out a whittling knife and a piece of wood and start chipping away. What is everybody doing at this point?
But Faustus would be standing next to Surfect. I assume this is the man?
Yes,
Yes, this is Tarkov.
Well, you all know me. I don't recognize some of you. Well, you guys need horses?
No, that's not our business with you today. Hello, my name is Faustus Dawnbreaker of the Dawnbreaker Estate. So I've been told that you might know certain individuals.
I see a lot of people.
Does the name Scarlet Judaeus ring a bell for you?
Scarlet Judaeus. Who in the hell would name themselves that?
Well, I suppose her parents, I suppose?
Poor child. Just kind of like chips away on the wood.
Wow.
Do you know what they look like? A lot of people come
I'm
through
the-
here. Don't tell me their names.
I'm afraid not. I wasn't precisely given a description, just a name.
Yeah, well, they don't tell me names for free anyway. Alright, Kronk, let's turn to you as that kind of like goes to a stalemate for a moment as they figure out what they're doing here. So, Kronk, what you're seeing is this half-ogre being who just like, alright, fetch, you know, and then he like throws the thing out there, and then they like go to retrieve it, and those who bring it back, he like drops a little piece of meat for them, and they start chewing on it. And you see their tails actually wagging happily as he continues their training, and then he blows a whistle, and they all like sit obediently. And he just kind of like hovers the food above them, and as soon as they're there for a moment, he tosses them the meat, and then they all start to eat their individual meals as they are getting treated for the training.
We are
Oren,
one with nature.
You say that out loud to him, or
Yes, you do.
he like turns over his shoulder? Didn't I see you back there at the tavern?
One cannot say what one sees.
He like looks at you for a moment. It's like, I clearly see you.
I cannot say what you see.
One of those I see. And he just goes back to blowing the whistle, and the dogs like sit.
Oren says to Kronk, it looks like the dire wolves are actually happy now. Maybe it was just some kind of misunderstanding.
I think this one is one with nature.
I'm the one with food, not nature.
I think they respect you, which is what he's trying to say, though.
And he just continues to look at him because of his weird speech. It's like, yeah, well, they listen when you give them something that they want. Everything's a trade in the end, is it not?
That's how the world works. If you want something, you must give something in return.
Exactly. He goes back to training these guys. Unless, I mean, you can still interact with him, but he's definitely like having half his attention towards you, and then goes back to what he was doing.
Kronk, I think we should leave him alone. The dire wolves seem like they're happy again.
they have found someone with nature that they can see as a master.
Alright. And as you kind of like come back here, you can, like, the last thing that was said was like, people don't tell me their names for free.
My name is Kronk.
As you
You can
walk
have
up,
it for
he's
free.
like, wait a minute, no, I was talking to this guy. He like looks in your direction, he's like, Kronk. Alright, well, I got that name for free. And he turns back to Surfik and Foss is like, but the name you're looking for won't be
Alright,
free.
so, with that being said, okay, says,
I've been, because, come on, you know me. You've been here, I've come here quite a while. I've even drummed you up some business. You can at least give me a name or two.
Judeas, Scarlet Judeas. Sounds flowery. This is a woman we're talking about, right?
he nods.
She have red hair, by chance? Oh, you don't even know, do you?
Well, may have been the inspiration for her name, I couldn't say.
Yeah, that's the only thing Okay, look. I'm not going to try to get your hopes up. I might even have the wrong person. But there's this redhead who kind of like comes here from time to time from out of town. I think she's got a cabin in the woods or something. You might be able to find it, and you got a map or something. Like, it's not that hard. Yeah, go ahead.
Surfik takes out a map, which then unfolds twice, 3 times, 4 times. It's a big ass map.
Look, I didn't mean the whole map of the continent. I mean, I just... You know what? He, like, pulls out a piece of parchment that is 10 times smaller.
No, the funny thing is, it's a map
Amara's
of the
like-
city.
Oh my god.
And in the city,
Wow!
And then
And
he's
in
like...
the
And then
city
he's
map,
like... Yeah, he's like...
you see X's where not to go, ways to go, secret alleyways to run it. He has drawn all over this thing.
Yeah, so you pull out a city map, and he's like, are you daft, boy? I said she doesn't live in the city. It's a cabin in the woods. This ain't gonna do us no good.
How many trees away is it?
He looks at you as this new increment of distance like, I can't count that high.
That is many trees.
It is
Or-
many trees.
Again, in his head, I'm like,
Or you can
I
only
wonder
count
if
5.
information after he's being annoyed by all these things.
Look, alright. Maybe I can give you some details. If you go north, about 2 miles or so. Like, I went to her place once because she had a broken wheel on a wagon. And it's really far out there. You know how those people are in the boonies. But if
Well,
you're
actually, I
determined-
don't, but
Yeah, alright, I get you. Now, I will warn you, though, there's been some talk of goblins that have been, like, coming out of the cave systems or whatnot. So, going to her place might be a little dangerous. You know what? Might be actually a good idea to check on her. Sorry, I faded on that last word. Might be a good idea to go check on her and make sure them goblins ain't up to no good. I mean, she looks like she could take care of herself, but wouldn't hurt to go check on a lady now, would it?
Are the goblins causing any problems with the city?
Not yet. Though, might cause some problems with the hunting, but who knows? Maybe if she's in distress, she will reward you. Who knows? Either way, if this is the person you seek, then it doesn't hurt to check on her.
A lot of ifs.
Yeah, sure is. If you go check on her, you might be able to see if she's the person you're looking for. And if she is, you're done. If not, just come back. Maybe I can give you another direction. And maybe I'll be a little bit more thoughtful in the next one. But don't get me wrong. He like looks at you sincerely. I think this might be who you're looking for.
Kronk looks at Orin. Why does he keep saying if?
Just he's being thorough to make sure that it might not be the person, and it might be the person,
My character
He's
makes
just
it very. Sorry.
Well, at any rate, I do thank you for what information you could provide us. It's more than I came with.
Yeah. Wow. Your friend can be kind of persuasive and kind when he needs information. Surfing, next time you ask for information, it's going to be double. Arrow's eyes
Yes.
at you.
Oh, come on!
No, you come on. You know what? I ain't got time to deal with this. I gotta go check on Reaver and make sure the hounds are good. Is there anything else you people need, or can I move on about my day?
I think you're good, sir. Thank you for your help.
I know I am. And he walks back to the back.
Mara pats Surfict on the shoulder and she's like,
I think you can afford it. You have a really big map.
and she like nods like that, like that's super worth it.
Absolutely.
You do certainly have interesting acquaintances.
That's cases.
I have to know my own hometown. And because it can get a little hard being the only publicly known Yanti, at least to my knowledge, that isn't hated.
But I suppose that's true. I did eventually learn all the names of the servants.
That's quite the comparison.
All
Well,
right.
I think we should start moving to help her in case she is attacked by the goblins. It's still daylight, and it is going to be a little bit of a trek, and we'd rather not deal with any goblins at night.
I really don't think it's a good idea to just go heave-ho into this. Maybe you should rest a little.
Oh, it's great. We still have tons of light.
And Amara's like gung-ho.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wait. I'm still 100%.
Come on.
All right. So.
Well, it's like this. This woman is an acquaintance of my family. I'm sure that if we were caught out in the dark, that she would be hospitable enough to keep us for the night.
So
Yeah.
Amara starts wandering south instead of north. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
She's like, wait a minute. Which way is north?
Surfic looks
Um,
visibly concerned.
Excuse me. Like she-
Yes, dear. How can I help you?
Imara. Imara, you're going the wrong way.
Is it this way?
Yes.
She like runs off.
Okay.
With that, my kisses.
All right already. Let's go.
And as you guys start heading north, the half-over kind of like waves gently in your direction. Have a good one.
My character waves back, looking defeated.
Alright. So the task now is to travel to this location somewhere north of the city into the woods. Let's make... just to see if we can get our bearings to where we're at. Anybody who is trained in survival can make a survival check to see if you can get everybody in the right direction. Wow, Kronk. Okay.
Oh yeah, Kronk.
That'd be a
Fucking
nat 20.
Kronk.
Yeah, so you know exactly how many trees he meant. So yeah, you're doing your little counting, and you're like, you get to about 150, and you're like, okay, now we need to go left about 300 or 400 trees or so.
My character would question him a couple times, like,
Do you know where you're going?
Do you know how many trees that's been? I do.
You don't question someone is one with nature.
Counted 257 trees.
that's because
I'm not questioning anyone who's one with nature. I'm questioning someone who's one with the alcohol.
Mira, that was 258.
Oh, did we lose him then?
no, I'm here.
Oh,
No,
so-
but during this entire time, my character would be a little jumpy. Bushes rustle. He'll suddenly take out his what looks to be saber that he kind of keeps with him for emergency cases. Begins swiping at spam, going ah.
Kronk will also be keeping an eye out for herbs and medicines while he's walking.
Yeah. Give me either investigation or survival check.
Can't just run off my last one? Aw.
No. I mean, you know the way, but you don't know where the
Roll.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, what do you want? I mean,
A dirty 20.
you know, I get to the point where with you guys, it's like, what do you want from me? You can have it. You grow good. I don't know what to do. No. So yeah. Are we looking for herbs for healing or poison?
Healing.
All right. I'll say, roll me a d10. And this will get a +3. You find 7 pieces. No, +3 is 10. 10 pieces of what's a good plant? Amethyst? Wait, is that right?
But this is a stone.
Yeah, no, what am I thinking? Let's just go with ginseng for now.
He opens up a flower and finds 10 gold.
Yeah, so you find 10 gold of ginseng. No, you find 10 ginseng herbs that if you were to use an herbal kit on, you could possibly make a healing potion out of it.
It's noticing that Surfict has been nervous. He Faustus puts a hand on his shoulder. Are you going to be all right?
This case is
Because I'm here used to the comforts of the city. As dangerous it could be, I'm not too sure about the nature. And what was that?
as he begins to like swipe at a constant like a bush that moved.
I'm sure we're in the capable hands of these. These people seem a bit more battle-hardened. Have confidence in them. And he gives you like a shining smile.
So
It's like it's actually very bright.
yeah, so
My character attempts to look comfort at least a little okay. He hasn't let go of the death grip he has on his saber.
Can I do a perception check for because he mentioned goblins, so I want to just see if I can find any sign of goblins.
Yep. I was about to get to that. Alright, so perception check. Anybody helping? Alright, that worked. As you're perceiving the nearby forest, if you would, you do see...
I guess I'll help.
He's fine. He's got it. Orin, you kind of realize there's a bunch of tracks in this one particular area that's been dug out, and goblins have specific size feet, right?
Right.
And you can see a trail of them going in and out of this region, so there's some traffic. There is a possibility that there might be goblins in the near vicinity.
Is it just one type of footprints?
It looks like it's... Oh, I guess I would need a survival check to go more specific about it.
Okay, I'll do a survival check.
Yeah. But as far as signs, you were able to perceive that much. I mean, when this is the survivalist investigation to it. Oh, yeah. I mean, seriously, I just give you guys what you want because you're not rolling below anything.
Yeah, but watch, when we fight, it's gonna be horrible.
I'm looking forward to that. And then we all roll new characters next week because the goblins got us. All right. No, there are foot traffic of what looks like troops, not big troops or anything. You can definitely see there's 3 by 3 by 3 and different kind of foot settings that kind of indicate that there might be 9 or 10 of these things wandering around somewhere in a uniform group.
Okay, I'll relay that information. We have to be careful, guys, around here. There's definitely goblins in the area. They might still be in the area, but there's a number of them, and we just got to be careful and on our toes. So we got to move slowly, not fast. Just move nice and slow, and keep our eyes about it.
Yeah, as you're saying that, I'm just as you just see Surfic disappear.
And I guess with that, if you guys want to be stealthy about it, let's get stealth checks from everybody.
Okay, so it's gonna be a disadvantage for me because I'm in heavy armor.
Oh no. But yeah, you're right. Hey, I found some low numbers finally. Thank you guys.
Imara is gonna be like,
Wow, is that a sedimentary rock? Oh wait, we're supposed to be quiet.
It's Faustus isn't quite dressed for this adventure, and his clothes keep snagging on
All right.
twigs.
So, you know what, Oh, cool.
Orin tells Imara, you need to be quiet.
So,
Hey!
Like she whisper yells at you.
My character's eyes to peek out of a bush. You just see two serpentine eyes just peek out and just like staring at the party before suddenly sinking back into the darkness of the void.
Am I missing the roll? Amara, did you roll stealth?
No, because she's gonna be like, "Oh, is that another rock?"
Okay,
She's
so
gonna,
alright, so you're clearly not. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I marked everybody that's stealthed
she's like
successfully.
whisper yelling, so she's trying.
And she's head
Gotcha.
of the group.
Oh no, she's the head of the group? Let's see here, where do I want this to begin? Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's back them up. Alright, so you're all being quiet, and at this point, let's see, Orin, your perception check kind of like indicates that they went this way.
I'm not seeing any pings if you're pinging something.
Oh, yeah, I'm on the wrong layer. Hold on. Let me get on the right layer. Sorry about that. Over in this direction. Should be the right layer. I can see him
Okay,
marching
so
off in that direction.
I'll point to that direction, and I'll be like, so we know they're going that direction, which is the opposite direction of us. So, but we still need to be careful.
And as Imara finds another rock, you can hear
It's a geode.
and then all of a sudden you all hear a and a bunch of little foot stepping, and then all of a sudden there's a group of goblins that are like seen off to the far left of you. And at this point, as you find your geode, I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
It is a geode.
It's a stone of some sort.
Heard it.
Wow, you guys are fat. Wait. Okay, hold on. I apologize. If you rolled good, I apologize right now. I need to clear off the previous order. Reroll. As I switch us to the spicy music. For some, that's even better than before. Alright.
For others, just slightly worse.
We cannot please everybody. Like, those low rolls were coming eventually. You knew that.
For an attack.
Should I re-roll?
Yeah,
Or-
click your token and re-roll it again. Like, I didn't have it fully set up yet, and I apologize. Because I thought this was
there
the
we
first
go.
batch. There we go. Alright, and everybody's got it? There you go. Into descending order, and at the top of the round, Orin, you realize that you've been heard, and you're like, Imara. But yeah, you see the group of them, and you can see like one distinct character of them just like yell in your direction and point in your direction. You might be able to understand them if you know Goblin.
Let me see what races do I know. Nope, I don't know Goblin.
Oh,
If they,
and yeah, they're pointing in your direction in a aggressive manner, if that is.
Okay, so I see it's an aggressive manner. Okay, so I will do a spell. I think no, I'm not gonna do this one. They're all grouped up. So okay, this is my first combat I've been with you.
Mhm.
So you, all the goblins, all at the same time.
Yeah, they will go on the same turn. Ooh, yeah, they'll all go on that same turn. Oh wow. Alright.
Well, knowing that information,
Yeah.
I will cast Shield of Faith on myself. So that gives me +2 to my AC.
Alright, and that's for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes while concentrating. So let's mark you for concentration. We'll just give you a blue dot for concentration.
Cool.
Alright.
And I will move up here.
Alright.
I'm good.
Alright, that was a bonus action. Do you want to take an action?
Oh, I didn't realize that was a bonus action. Okay. Actually, so then I still can move 3 more, I think. So I guess I'll go right up to the goblin boss and hit him.
Okay, go for it. So he,
First time.
he
spells,
turns around. Yeah, he turns around and tells his guys, and then all of a sudden you close the distance. Go ahead and make your attack.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
You know,
Krakatoa.
this campaign's just gonna run itself
snap.
from here on because apparently they don't roll below 20. Go ahead and yeah. Let's see, that's 10, 11.
Yeah, ignore the top one.
Alright, you're getting a
For
little
some reason,
soft there.
The wrong things selected. So
No
the
problem.
top
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 11 damage.
So you come up there and you bring your hammer down, whap! And he's like pointing to his men to get ready to attack. And as he lifts his arm out to point one more time, you slam it right onto his shoulder and you hear a loud, like you crack the clavicle right there. And he's like, ah! And he's growling furiously at you. Still alive though.
Okay, and that ends my turn.
Yeah,
I'm
that
ready
was,
for
yeah.
next.
I don't know. Anybody speak Goblin? And I won't bark.
Bark boy.
Alright, so I think I'll give you 3, and then I'll have the other 4 like do random attacks to the allies with short bows. So let's pull up a goblin, shall we? Alright, so 3 attacks with the scimitar. So you see 3 of them surround you, and they saw you injure their leader, and they pull out their scimitars and like, ah, chop, 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 and they're trying to chop at you. Here's the first attack. We get a 7. Okay, I don't have it revealed to you guys. I apologize. I can definitely reveal this, right? Let me see what he can do here. That one rolled a 17. Don't whisper these rolls.
My AC right now is 21.
Alright, there we go. I'm going to take that off of whisper mode, because these are goblins. You can see what they're doing. I don't really think that's goblins. So, yeah, I get a 17 on the first one. Here on, you'll see the rest of them. And what's your AC right now?
21.
21. Alright, so you're unhittable. These guys, ching, 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 and they're hitting up against the shield, and your magical shield of faith as well, and they're just not able to cut into you. All of a sudden, you see the back line, bows to the ready, and they pull back the strings, one to Amara. Let's go ahead and get a shot from the short bow. I get a 14 on that. 7 piercing damage as it lands right into your shoulder blade. You're as it lands square in.
Oh.
And then a short bow attack at our turtle friend Kronk. You get an 11, which I'm pretty sure is not a good hit. 1 to Faustus. Ooh, hey, look, I can roll natural 20s too. I mean, if I roll enough dice, eventually I'm going to get one, right? So 12 points.
Actually, is that like a
Ooh.
rock in front of me, by the way, or is that what is
Yeah,
that?
those are like 2-foot high rocks. They're not that tall.
Okay.
Yeah, and this looks pretty deadly as it lands square into your chest. 12 piercing damage. And then
Wait, how much damage?
12.
12.
Natural 20.
All right, then Faustus is down.
Yeah, that was a... And then the other shot that... Well, no, he wouldn't have seen you. Because you're stealthy. I'll say that went to the turtle as well. Like, you're the bigger target. And this one's already been handled. And the one that shot you, we'll say, is this guy right here. And he's like jumping up and down to his captain. You know, he's like doing the got one. And then Kronk, you see your ally fall to an arrow shot to the chest. What do you want to do?
Just because I haven't played one before, my cure wound ain't gonna bring him back, is it?
It is. He's not dead.
Yeah, he's going to be making death saves, and if you give him a heal of some sort, he'll be able to take a turn. Otherwise, he'll be trying to stabilize.
All right. I'm gonna move up to here.
Alright, so yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're also seeing me surrounded.
Yeah, he was hoping to take most of the attacks himself, it looks like.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast Mold Earth on these guys.
Alright, can you
middle
post
one
that
here.
spell? Alright, so choose a portion of dirt and stone that you... This is a... Okay, so this is the cantrip. This doesn't do anything mechanically in a fight except make the dirt loose under their feet.
Well, yeah, it makes it rough terrain.
let's see here. You can manipulate in the following ways. So so up to 30 feet. Yeah, okay. Do that. If target area of loose, you can instantaneously excavate, moving. Caution. Alright, so yeah, we can make that rough terrain for you if you want.
Yeah.
How big was it? 5 feet or?
Yeah, 5 foot.
So wheelman's was on that guy right there.
Yeah, in the middle, and sorry, frickin' my
Yeah.
push to talk is also my back button.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt you. Let's see here. So, yeah, this doesn't. Just for your reference, this doesn't do anything to like prevent him from taking a step out of it. You know what I mean?
No, but it uses up half of his movement.
Well,
No.
it doesn't use up
Or
half his
more of his
movement.
movement.
It's just like for that singular square.
Yeah, he would spend
they
10
would-
feet of movement to get out of it. But
Yeah.
I will say he's using a bow, a ranged weapon.
A reason for move.
I just want to check, make sure that's what you want to do. If it is, we'll move on. Anything else for your turn, Kronk?
No, that should be it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were both understanding what we were doing, so that you got your full turn and you didn't do anything else. All right, Surfing. You are hidden.
Well, oh god, everything's dying around him. So he's staring at this situation.
Mhm.
Pretty boy's gone down. The pretty girl just got shot. These two are just running off to like fight their fight. And so you know what? Since he's close first here,
Mhm.
and if darling little Amara is looking over the dead body for a second, would see, as he gets up to his hiding spot's range, reach out and attempt to drag him into his hiding spot.
Okay, make a. Well, I mean, you could grab him and move him half your movement, so that's fair. And then you're trying to conceal him and yourself?
He's trying to get him into the bush where he's at. Pretty
Oh.
much just hiding.
You're pretty much underneath the tree here. These are trees. But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I mean,
then he's gonna try to get him behind the tree he's hiding.
alright. So, I guess make a stealth check with disadvantage because he's a body at this point. Yeah, that's
11.
fair. That's fair. So yeah, you guys are. You think you're hidden. We'll do a perception check if they want to shoot you guys. All right. So anything else for your turn? You do have an action still.
And with that being said, my character is going to. I'm going to use my action for this. Look over at Amara, and
Oh wait, hold on. I take that back.
attempt to.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Let me recount a bit. You said you were stealthing, and you're not a rogue, are you?
No, I'm a bard.
All right. So yeah, it would be your action to hide in this case.
Can I make a free action to kind of alert Amara to kind
Oh
of come
yeah,
over?
you can do that. Absolutely.
All right. So Silo, you would see a sudden little pebble fly your way, or if you would, as a character attempts to throw a little stone, and if you do look over, would see him waving like frantically.
I have a question. Are we on the second round? Because the goblins went and I didn't go yet.
First
no,
round.
no. This is the boss.
We're still on first round.
Yeah, this is still first
Oh,
round. This is
okay.
the goblin boss, and then you're after him, and then boss just gets
Oh,
to make a death save.
goblin boss. Got it.
Yeah. So as soon as you kind of like get Amara's attention, 2 scimitars go flying. Well, not 2 at the same time, but 2 scimitar attacks on our beefy guy up here who just cannot be hit with an 18. And he's like, "What the heck is this magic? What is this? What is this that I cannot hit?" And now, Amara, you can take your turn.
Imara actually picks up the pebble and she's like, oh, great idea! And she pulls out a little rubber band in between, on her left hand, between her pinky and her index finger. She takes the pebble back and uses it like a slingshot.
And do you shoot it?
She casts Fairy Fire
Uh-huh.
in a 20-foot cube encompassing all these goblins except for this guy back here. They all need to roll dex saving throws.
Alright. Let me get you a 20-foot cube. So it'd be like that, right? 5, 2, 3, 4, 1,
So
2,
Orin
3.
will also need to make the dex save.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 6 decks from goblins.
Oh man, what's this?
And what's your stealth save DC?
14.
So 2 of them on my end succeed. We'll go 1. Let's see. 2. This guy here is. It's. Okay, yeah, let me mark the ones I get hit. So. Hit. Hit. Haven't rolled him yet. We'll just do that guy. And then this guy needs to make a dex save. It's 12. So yeah, mostly everybody in there is marked with fairy fire. And now they're like trying to dust themselves off of this weird magic that's upon half of them, and they're trying to get out of the light and try to brush it off, and it's not coming off.
Basically covered in like a kind of a pastel mint green glitter,
Oh no.
and
I am
everybody attacking them has advantage. And on that note, Amara's gonna be like, "Yikes! Yikes! Yikes! Disaster! Disaster!" And she's gonna dive into the bush.
Alright.
The tree.
The tree bush. We'll go with it.
As a serpent would look very fucking panicked as he's like hugging this guy, and he's just like he quickly snatches at you two.
Alright, so as you're hugging this guy, Faustus, give me a death saving throw. Ooh, at least it's not a 1. Okay, so that's 1 fail. So you'd mark a fail save on your sheet there. Have you ever made these before?
Believe it or not, this is the first time I've done it on roll 20, but not the first death save I've ever made.
Alright, cool. I just want to make sure you understood how it worked. But yeah, didn't expect to have to do this quickly. However, yeah. Oren, yep, it's you.
I'm noticing now that my ally has now put this stuff on me.
Yep, you're pretty in green.
Does the goblin leader look like he's like taking a serious hit? Like,
oh yeah, he's having trouble lifting that arm.
Okay, cool.
So he like crushed in a lot of his bone structure on that arm.
Okay, I will take a swing at him, and that probably misses.
Double check real quick, cause yeah, that misses.
Okay, and then I will. Do I have anything else I could do?
Bonus action, like a healing word or something.
I can push. No, I can't. That's a concentration.
Yeah, you're currently concentrating on yourself.
That's a concentration. Yeah, I'm ending my turn.
Alright. The Goblin Blender begins. We get 1, 2, 3, and they get advantage because of the fairy fire. Alright, and 19 hit. Wait, is it the first attack and then it goes away, or does it stay with them? Can you post fairy fire for me? Just double check, because I think it might.
I feel bad.
It stays for however long as she's concentrating on it.
It does say any creature in the area. I didn't read that part.
Oops. A lot of people don't.
Sorry.
But, yeah, can you post the spell so we can double check it for other context? Sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Just want to make sure it's it. So as long as it's up, you're outlined, and they're all okay.
I want to point out, Freelance, I'm sorry, but I have my priorities straight.
Yeah, I'm thinking of guiding bolt is what I'm thinking. Alright, so, yeah, 1, 2 hit, right?
Just 1 hits.
The other one's 19, but you have a 21
He
right
has a
now.
21.
Okay, gotcha. You're right. You beat 6 points, as one of them actually gets through the shielding and cuts into the underbelly of your armor.
And my shield of faith is down.
Oh no. Ooh, and now you're back to a measly 19. Yeah,
Yep, I have
11, huh?
Warcaster, so I have advantage on my saving throws. So I actually got a 14.
Oh,
so
okay, you're good. Two to Tortle and 2 to our Or maybe I should just send them all to the turtle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And turtle has 19 AC, so only one of them clips into him. So 4 points of damage as an array of arrows comes shooting out at you, Cronk, and it just kind of like pierces into one of your arms that are hanging out there, and you just kind of like move out of the way of the other 3, but this one just landed square on you. And that one, once again, is jumping up and down like, Alright, Kronk, would you like to do something in retaliation?
Alright, I'm gonna move right here and take the boss out.
Alright, so you move forward. And how do we take the boss out?
I'm looking for how I'd do my attack.
Alright, so you put one hand on your spear and swing out. The boss kind of like deflects your attack. It was, with
advantage.
No, with advantage, yeah, thank you. I was double checking everything. And as he tries to deflect it, he misses, and you land square on his head. Go ahead and do damage. No, you click the spear one-handed in the chat box, and then it'll display your damage.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. Yeah, I just wasn't sure how much people know, so there we go. Alright, so he takes 4 points of piercing damage as you get into him. He feels the wound across his cheek as you stab into his left cheek, and he's holding it, and he is still standing. He is looking very hurt, though. Anything else for your turn? Bonus action, or you good?
I don't think I have anything I can really do on bonus.
Alright, Surfect.
I only got one spell left for the day.
What to do?
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on the dying man.
That would have helped earlier. Go for it.
But I dragged him in and away from combat to make sure they didn't shoot him again when I did it.
Yeah, but his turn was right there. Anyway, go for it. Go ahead and roll. No, you're good.
I'm a good man.
9 points. You're back to full health. You watch the arrow pop out of his chest, the wound close completely, and he is whole once more.
As my character begins doing some like medical stuff, working, it's like,
Please live, please live, please live, please live.
Like his eyes are his vision is blurry for a moment, but looks up and sees Surfect's visage. What's happened?
So, Orin, I'm going to go ahead and give the goblin boss disadvantage just because you like dislocated his shoulder on this next attacks that he has. So, and it's just going to be a straight roll because of fairy fire. But an 18 does not get through your heavy mail. You are good, sir. So he takes 2 swings at you, hoping to get through, like his comrade did, but he's just being showed up by his underlings, and his underling starts laughing and snickering at him. And he's like, rah, 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 rah. Almost swear he's like, tell him to shut up, I'll get him next time. Amara. Boss, this is back from the dead. Sorry,
She's gonna look at the arrow that's literally lodged in her heart. She's gonna be like, "Oh gosh, that hurts!" And she's gonna like snap it off and start moving.
Okay.
It's right about here.
What are you doing?
All right.
Just watch and see. And she's gonna take her little sling and she's gonna pick up an even bigger rock, and she's gonna put the rubber bands between like the ends of her toes, and she's gonna take this 5-foot rock and like her hammer, her chisel, and with this weird sort of like toe rubber band contraption, she's gonna come down on it hard, and somehow there's some weird physics here, like in a video game, like how you cheat. This thing just goes launching this 5-pound object straight for this guy here. I need him to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, post what you're actually doing. And I
Yeah,
will-
what's this?
Yeah, we hear the flavor, but we want to know what you're doing.
Catapult!
Alright, so you cast Catapult, but Ian, I love it. So go ahead and roll. Yep, so he gets a 4, and this 5-pound rock comes soaring in the air. How do you want to do this? I mean, he is the boss.
She's gonna kind of launch it, pull off the rubber band, do this cool breakdancing move to her feet, and the goblin's gonna be fighting, look up, and it's just gonna come down like a like it would on a bug.
Yeah, so you see this rock come over your side there, Orin, and you're getting ready to take a swing at this goblin chief or whatever, and then all of a sudden his head gets lodged with this 5-pound rock, and then all of a sudden we see him ragdoll into the ground, and his face get caved in. He is no longer a threat.
I'm gonna yell out
Yeah.
there, burn off this fire, this cult.
What?
Oh, sorry. And she like stops fairy fire.
Alright, so the concentration for fairy fire has been ended, and everybody's back to normal, and all the green light goes away, and the goblins kind of like moan like, "Aw, but it matches my skin," but no longer is it a factor in the field.
And she's gonna like take a step back and like feel really bad. She's like,
Oh no, did I do bad?
like she.
No, with that, my case,
You did great. You did great.
Hey, Foss,
as
would you like to take a turn finally? That doesn't
is
involve
it
death
my
save?
turn?
Yeah, I mean, step in here and take over. It's your turn.
So after Faustus sort of gets a bearings for like what the fuck just happened, it's like his typical like more like nonchalant demeanor has like severely changed, and he is like really pissed right now.
Oh yeah, I would be.
So, like can he see the goblin that shot him?
Yeah, he's like over here with some loose dirt under him.
It's he points at him with his ring finger, and his ring glows as he like mutters under his breath. I guess if anyone around him speaks Infernal, can try to do something about to see if they know how to see what he's saying.
Nah,
But,
I'm not a pistol point.
And he casts Hex on it.
Alright, go ahead and post that to remind us what Hex does.
Ignore the roll.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, it didn't do the thing.
Yeah, so it just basically gives him it's like Hunter's Mark, right?
Yeah. Difference is that he will also get. I elect an ability.
Oh yeah. What ability score would you like to influence, if necessary?
So you know what? Just gonna go with all reliable strength, I guess.
Put a red.
And note this is ability checks, not saves.
Right. Yeah. So if he wants to try to climb a tree, he's fine. All right. So you hex him. That's a bonus action, if I'm not mistaken, right? And
that is correct. And with that same hand, he points up into the air as a fiery ball of energy starts appearing and zaps in his direction as he throws an eldritch blast his way.
All right, make that attack roll as we watch this flaming sphere come down in eldritch-like manner. He somehow sees it coming. And ducks
I'm
out
just
of the
not
way.
making great time today.
No, that was a good
Okay,
attack.
you just woke up.
Yeah, you're still a little wobbly. The chest wound is still fresh. You can feel the scar, but you don't feel the pain anymore. But
Damn it.
Orin,
And-
back at the top. And okay, go ahead and finish. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut people off.
No, I was just literally about to say end my turn.
Okay, cool. All right, Orin, what would you like to do?
Okay, I am going to. I'm going to attack the goblin that's right next to Kronk. My
All
hammer.
right.
So I'm going to take my hammer and make an attack.
All right, go ahead and make a swing on the northern gobble. Wow. All right, you guys are right. You finally made it to that point. All the 20s have been burned. You swing out at him, and he just kind of like ducks underneath the attack and just goes, and he shakes his hand at you because this is the goblin that attacked you earlier and actually hit. Oh, mercy. Anything else for your turn? You do have a bonus action.
I'm going to
I'm sorry, you got cut off at the end.
end my turn.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought I heard, but sure. Alright, so let's scope out this field. I don't want to... That one is going to definitely keep going after you. I think this one here This one here. We'll just kind of like surround the turtle. Okay, we'll go down here with that. So these guys are like spacing out a little bit. And Surfect. Hot or even?
Odd.
It's in your favor. Amara, hot or even?
Even?
It's in your favor. Hey, Fostis, I got a couple arrows for you, friend.
No.
Sorry. I wanted the dice to decide, so I get a 12 and a 9 on Fostis, which is, he's got a 13, so he's perfectly fine. 2 arrows go slinging over in your direction, and you hear them against the wooden tree next to you, so you see 2 arrows hanging right there beside you as these goblins are getting ready to reload and shoot again. Let's see here. Kronk, we're going to put you through a windmill real quick, so let's see what happens. We got 3 scimitars that are going to try to penetrate that shell. And I think you are at a 19, so they clink, 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 clink off your armor. And then one goblin will... Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to move these 2. So the 2 on the south here are going to take cracks at... Wait. Alright, hold on. I will reiterate a little bit because... Yeah, so this one would be the final attack. This guy right here is going to attack your other friend there. So they kind of got you guys surrounded. So 6 and a 15. Both of those miss. And we are to Kronk.
So I'll swing at this one.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack.
Nice.
That's a hit if I ever seen one. So you swing down at him. And then click. Oh, excellent. So you stab him right through the gullet. And he like gurgles and green spew comes out of his mouth like some kind of blood of his. And he just falls on your spear.
And that's my turn.
Alright, surf it. It's getting bloody over there. Some work is being done.
Yeah, he has nothing to... He has nothing good at range right now. He's a bit panicking a bit. He looks at them and says,
Alright, I don't want any more. I think it's pretty die today, so please stay back here.
and he looks out, he gulps, says,
Surfing, this is stupid. Surfing, this is stupid. Surfing, this is stupid.
as he... Now I'm going to check this real quick.
Alright.
And once I'm there, I can do it. He begins to make like a hack sound in his mouth, like something's beginning to form in his mouth a bit.
Alright.
He tries to stay by the rock a little bit too, just to kind of at least give himself some protect. Actually, no, I can't do it like that. I have to...
I mean, the rock wouldn't offer you any protection. It's only like 2 feet high. So unless they were
Yeah,
going
get
after
up to
your
here.
ankles, I don't think it's going to help.
He gets up to here.
Yeah.
His mouth seems to be blowed up a bit. As let me do this.
Blah.
Roll me a 14 con save.
Which one? This guy? Or the
Uh-huh.
Alright, yeah, that's what I
That
thought.
one there.
Okay, here comes the con save from Gobbo. Gobbo did not
And
succeed, and he will
As
take...
suddenly,
Oh god, he did.
may I flavor that? As he
Please.
runs up and goes, as you just see a jet stream of what looks like to be pure burning acid fly out of his mouth.
So, as you do that, he like raises his arms up to duck, and he just does not move out of the way of it. And he's like, ah! And it just gets all into his mouth. He's instantly poisoned, and then on top of that, half of this poison's already disintegrating half of his skin as he just falls over dead from the attack. Blech.
And may I also do this just because of what I just did to this thing? He's gonna give this goblin a very menacing look as his cheeks puff up again.
Yeah, give me an intimidation check just to kind of do a morality on these guys.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, I'll allow it.
22!
Hey.
Okay, I'll let him roll an insight. I don't think he can beat you though. Yeah. He's definitely looking for the closest exit, which is pretty much anywhere. but probably not in your direction. So I will kind of like mark him with a fear status. Or something like that. Alright, anything else for your turn, or are you good?
I'm good.
Alright, Mara. You just witnessed all that mess. Literally, mess.
She's gonna reach into her pouch of all these little stones and trinkets she's gonna collect, and they start kind of like hovering above her hand in a little triangle circle. And it's a
Magic
touch
stuff?
attack. Oh, she touches them and they start moving.
Yeah, you touch the stone,
All
and
right.
now they are considered magic stones.
Magic stone. She has 3 of them right now.
Alright. And you
See, she's going to toss one to Faustus, and she's going to put the other 2 in both her hands. And because that's an action, I don't think she can throw on this turn.
Yeah, let me check the wording on that. Like, you can't post some of these spells because it's not set up like that. No, that's actually a bonus action to touch him.
Oh. In
You
that
touch-
case, yeah.
1 to 3 pebbles and imbue
Here!
them with magic.
Tosses one to Faustus. It's a pretty little sparkly one. And she kind of aims and throws it at a scared one.
Okay, yeah. The 20 will hit, so go ahead and roll that magic stone damage.
Right.
And whenever somebody else uses the same one, we'll have Amara roll for it since it's coming off her spellcasting modifier.
It was physically impossible. It's 1d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, so that would be 6.
I think that's to the attack. Let me double check. Like I was reading it a second ago.
It takes bludgeoning
You
damage
touched
equal
the-
to 1d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
The attacker adds your spellcasting modifier, not the attacker's, to the attack roll. On a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier. You are correct. So that should be a 6. So yeah, you're right. It's not shown in that formula. So let's see. Oh wow, he's still alive though. We did almost enough to kill him, but he's like, ah! Ow! That hurt! And he's got like a big old welt where your rock hit him right there square in the head. And he definitely doesn't look like he wants to stay for any more of this. Anything else for
One
you?
more where that came from. End turn.
Perfect. Excellent. Faustus.
So the one targeted with my hex was killed, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So then Faustus is now muttering in Infernal again as he moves the hex curse onto I guess this one over there.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll go ahead and mark him with your X, my friend, and you feel free to do your next move.
And yeah, he's just gonna. Yeah, he's still going to Eldritch Blast because he is still pissed.
Absolutely, I would.
Damn it!
Yeah, I got news for you. That's not gonna do it. I mean, that was a good attempt though. So yeah, you hex him, and then you try to Eldritch Blast, and it just shoots shy, and everybody's like, "Where's this blast coming from?" And it just lands at his feet instead of on him. Anything else for your turn? A bonus action or anything?
That ends my turn. I already used my bonus action anyway.
Oh, that's right. Alright, no move, you're good. Alright, Orin.
Okay, I'm going to strike the one that's right in front of me that's also attacking Kronk.
Yeah, go for it. That's the one up front. Yeah, the one that really good. You hit him.
Oh yeah, 19.
That's a good hit. And you get...
8 bludgeoning.
How do you want to kill your attacker that got the hit on you?
So, take my hammer, and I just aim right for its head, and I just smash it right in his head. And I tell him, it's like, that's for getting through my defenses. And then I push it off with my shield, and the goblin falls to the ground.
Yeah, so as soon as you finish bashing him and he starts to fall, his head like lops off because you snapped the stem of his neck. And his head lolls off as bludgeoning damage snapped his neck. And he just falls over dead.
And then the one in front of me, I then turn around and I point at him and tell him he's next.
Nice. You want to make an intimidation check?
I have a -1, but might as well try.
Might as well. Yeah. All right. He seems to be weighing his options. Definitely weighing. Let's see how much he weighs. Oh yeah, he's weighing his options.
Oh, he's definitely weighing his options.
All right. So
Never seen a roll so low in my life.
let me check something here. All right. So we'll use this. Goblin can take a disengage or hide action as a bonus on each of its turns. So he will use disengage and just start scurrying in this direction. Since that was bonus, he can also use his action to get another 30 feet away. This guy as well, 30.
Technically, dash action and run away, totally.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to run. So he uses a bonus to disengage and just hightail it out of there. Like, he waved his arm in front of him, like, "You're right, I'm out!" He doesn't say that, but imagine in Goblin, he was trying to say something like that and just kind of like zoomed away from you. Meanwhile, there are 2 threats around our turtle friend. I'm just going to go ahead and roll some scimitar attacks for you. Cronk. Oh, one of them pierces your stewy bits before slashing. Okay, I think this battlefield is under control now. Cronk, how would you like to retaliate on that attack?
I'll just attack the one that just hit me again.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack on him. That hits. Ooh, almost got him, but he's still standing. So you stab into him with the spear, and he like pulls it out of his gullet before it gets too far in. And you kind of like pull back, and you can see him spilling blood, and he's like trying to stay with it, but he's just barely hanging on. Anything else?
No. I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't have any bonus actions I can do with weapons. So.
Just make sure I'm aware, just to see if I can help out. Yeah, you're probably right. All right. I mean, we are level 1. There's probably not a whole lot. All right, Surfect.
Yeah, Surfect looks around as his eyes are like watering. As the steam is clearly in his mouth and stuff. It looks like he's freaking out. Before 5, 10, 15, 20 runs over the body, and peeks over his friend a bit. As you just hear him go, and just spews out the other bit of acid he had in his mouth.
Where are you at? On top of that body? All right, there you go.
On top of the attacker.
Yeah.
The one who just got stabbed.
Yeah, I had to put you on front so that we could see your token. All right. So you're okay. So you're. How many times can you do that, or is that a spell? Is that a?
That's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Oh my.
Yeah, that's a cantrip that Yanti did.
At once. He did.
As my character spews it out again, melts another face, and as a bonus action, use Bardic Inspiration as he looks down the turtle, paps his shell pretty hard, and says, "Just finish him off, you idiot!"
I don't know. Are you inspired by that?
Totally.
Yeah. There's like poison spew coming down his shriveled cheek, and he's telling you to finish him off already. All right, Amara, you are on the move.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to take her magic pebble between her 2 fingers for her little hand slingshot, and she's going to aim at that goblin.
All right, before that aim.
Let's see.
Alright, Gobbo sees the rock coming, ducks and rolls, and then points in your direction like if he was to say stop it with his body. With his body language. Yeah, language, that was what I was looking for. Like points at you and like wiggles his fingers furiously.
Like sticks her tongue out at him.
No.
He jumps up and down and just enrages him. And then he goes into his final form. Oh. Anything else?
Oh, no, that's the end of my turn.
See, that's how hobgoblins are born.
So he's over there just pattering wind, and you can see the flowery dirt underneath his feet getting puffy, and he's just looking all mad. But Faustus, it is your turn now. What would you like to do?
Faustus is still incredibly frustrated, now more with himself at this point. Question, can I still see the goblin that ran away?
Yeah, I would think you can.
Alright, just double checking, because I'm going to take full advantage of the range of Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, 120 feet's a little hard to get out of. Yeah, go ahead and make that attack roll, and we'll see if you get them. And then you can flavor it however you want.
Now, please, for the love of God, with a
That's
plus
20.
6 to hit.
Not 20.
Fuck it!
Jinxed him.
Damn.
All right, hold on a second now. I just want to put this out there because I am very bad at remembering my own channel rules. We do have channel points. Do you want to buy yourself an advantage if you have it? Or anybody out there want to give him an advantage? You just let me know, all right?
Like, how much is that again?
Good question. I can't remember. Let's see. Advantage
5,000?
is 5,000 if you have the cookie cluster.
I'm not finishing you off today. I'm sorry.
I don't have enough for that, so it just misses.
Get it, my friend.
All right. Well, with that, that's just a bad roll, my friend. Hopefully, it gets better for you later. Orin, there's only one business that needs to be taken care of in your vicinity.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up.
Oh yeah, that's 21 hits.
And 8 bludgeoning. Did that kill him?
Oh yeah, you plunged another one to the ground.
Back of its head.
Yep. Okay, so question becomes, like, these guys are going to get 60 more feet off the map, so I'm just going to put 60 in their brackets. They are chaseable if you decide to do so, but they are scared shitless and running away. Kronk, is there anything you want to do to pursue those guys?
How fast are they? Are they like fast as a hare or
Fast as any human, because wait, let me double check that real quick.
Under 20 feet.
Yeah, they're as fast as any human. So they move 60 feet to get to where they are currently, then they move 60 feet more to get off the map using their action to dash. Technically, I could use Nimble Escape to go further, but I think I'm not going to go overkill on that.
I was expecting someone to catch the reference, but no, I'm good.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not hares. And it's not amazing. Alright, so you're going to stay put. I just need to know that. Alright. Surfing.
Yeah, poison's dripping down his chin after he just had to do that display, looking strained. Like, the anxiety of this fight is just spewing out of this man at this point.
So,
But,
anything
when it looks like everything... Oh. I was just saying after everything looked clear, at least it didn't look like they were coming back, he would actually look over and go, Amara! Run over and rip some of his jacket, making what looked to be a cloth, and attempts to bandage up her wound. So please stand still, please. As he attempts to bandage her up.
Alright,
Yeah, it's Amara's turn.
She's gonna be like, hold on just 1 second.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's gonna pull out her little hacker's hatchet, just kind of pop it out, grab it in the air, and huck it all the way into this goblin over here.
Just so you know,
They're
he is technically
too
90
far
feet
away.
off the map.
Is that?
Yeah, he's 90
they're way
feet
off the
away.
map.
Yeah, he's 60 off the map, and then however far it
He's
is.
90 feet away. Oh, I thought that was. Never
Yeah,
mind.
so he's 45 plus 60, so he's like 105 feet away. All right.
I thought he was a lot closer.
Oh,
wait.
no. There's no way for me to reference him off the map unless I tell you how far off the map he is. So feel free to go ahead and redo your turn. It's fine.
Alright.
Oh, never mind. The thought passed.
Oh, hush! And she, starts,
It's okay. Hang on.
and she, she tries to, fix herself up a little bit and, pulls out the arrowhead and, like, just ichor starts spilling, and she's like,
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yep, my character's not going to question it. He's going to I'm just going to roll a medical check.
Well, that probably won't be necessary, but it is your turn. I'll let you go ahead and roll that medical check. Like, your turn already kind of passed, but go ahead.
I didn't do anything on my
I'm
turn.
Well, go ahead. I'm allowing it. It's fine. Do it.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, you think you did something. You kind of stopped the pumping from pumping
He
outward.
feels better.
There you go. And you want to cast Cure Wounds on yourself? You can do that.
Right. She
So,
starts, like, healing herself up and starts brushing off, like, the deep crimson, like, yucky stuff.
She's like, oh no, I'll never get this stain out.
That's the end of her turn.
let's see here. Now, did you cast Cure Wounds, or are you just waiting?
Oh, I sent you a message about it in case there was any, like...
You know, I was currently just kind of like looking into what I think you're going to be messaging me about. Oh, okay. So you're just like closing that off, so it's not
she, like,
exposed. All right, that
mends it up.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you see her kind of like cure herself, and the closure kind of like, you know, you stopped it, and then she just kind of like finished it off underneath the cloth. So it still looks like Surfic did something.
Yeah, Surfic looks like, you know, he's a little upset, tears in his eyes, there's a little poison dripping off his face.
All right, and with that we come to Faustus. I know we've been measuring. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so I can, since they're literally 60 feet off,
Yeah.
it's like, that's still within 120 range, even if I move 30.
Yeah, this guy here will be
Faustus
in your
is
range.
vindictive now.
Yeah, so I think you can hit this one for sure, but that one's like 5 feet out.
I don't think you have enough spell slots to do Cure
No.
Wounds. It did
Nope.
Fairy Fire.
Don't worry about it. It's not actual Cure Wounds. Don't worry, it was just flavor. All right, go for it, my friend Faustus. Feel free to.
Okay, so 1, 4, and 4. Please.
So we're praying to the
Fucking
RNG gods.
finally.
Ooh, hey, there you go. You can hit that one. Go ahead and do damage. Give him what he
Yeah,
wants.
so like so at this point he's probably like fully in view of everyone as like a fiery blast, like, you know, shoots off into the distance. and since he's still affected by
Oh yeah, this is
still
the one you
affected by
hex.
hex.
Yeah, this is the one you hex. Go ahead and do hex damage. Oh, so close, so close. He gets pelted. You hear a loud yow, and then he's like, ah, feeling the necrotic damage, but he still manages to keep limping on.
And don't come back.
Well, that's probably true. I don't think he will after that. All right, roll 20, catch up.
He is noticeably fruffled.
All right. So let's see here. Next, it would be Orn in turn order. Is there anything you want to do?
No, I am just cleaning off my hammer from the blood.
Alright. Yeah, so at this point, they will get 120, if not further. And I can take you all out of initiative if you have no further pursuing needs. Otherwise, we can deal with those outside of combat, I think. So they're continuing the run. We're out of initiative at this point. Is there anything you guys want to do as far as pursuing them, or are we just letting them go?
Let him go.
Okay, just double checking here.
Just to let him go, that fight seemed a little much.
I think they'll bring back more?
One can only hope, child. No.
Well, that's cases.
Faustus just plops to the ground.
Oh, well, that's cases. I have to get lost in the forest. And then he looks over. Hey, you two, all right? Is there anything I can do? Oh, no. And there's just like anxiety, just like explode and just leave from him as he just like looks like one of those melted face goblins for a second.
She kind of like holds him up by his collar so he doesn't like lose himself.
It's gonna be okay.
There are a bunch of dead bodies around here that seem to have implements of destruction in their hands. What do you guys want to do?
I would like to see what the goblin boss had for like items, if he had anything.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check, and I will give you the obvious. Like, you find a scimitar and a javelin on him. I think that's worthy of it. And you find 5 gold pieces on this goblin.
Cool.
Anybody else want to do any searching, or...?
Faustus is busy cleaning the blood off of his shirt with prestidigitation.
Alright, so we're back to peaceful music. Hope you're enjoying the new peaceful music we've selected. And yeah, you prestidigitate yourself back into a cleaner version of yourself. And
there's still a noticeable hole.
yeah, that shirt is ripped, my friend. Though
Kronk's gonna move as many of the dead bodies he can around the trees.
Some of them are soup.
So they will help the trees grow stronger.
I'll help Kronk do that jump.
Oh my god.
You vividly see this tree like lurch a little bit. Like, come on, man. No. So yeah, you put the bodies around the trees, and do you do anything else?
I'm probably gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself as well.
Alright, fair enough. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah, my character attempts to like clean his face off a little bit from all the poison he just spat out.
Now, I will say...
Faustus walks over to Surfect.
Alright, before we continue, I just want to like point in order of business. Now, there are other options we can do to heal instead of burning a spell slot if you want. You can always take a short rest. You have to manage to get an hour in. And then you can use your hit die to heal instead of using Cure Wounds. But if you think you want to keep going and not be in this location, then...
I think that would be a good thing to do, is take a short rest. Because I would like to but I'd rather not use it. I'd rather not use my spell slot, because I'd rather keep my spell slot for...
Yeah, I figure just in case...
Your armor really saved me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was a... Well, somebody had a tank, right?
Yeah.
First it was the warlock, but then after he went down, then it was the tank.
that warlock just got sniped. There's a difference between tanking and just getting sniped. That was a snipe if I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So,
no,
yes.
I fully recognize the hilariousness of that 20 arrow shot.
That was a no scope 360, whatever the kids are saying these days.
Yeah, well, that my character says, I do not like the forest. I don't like the forest at all.
Faustus holds out his hand for him.
I would say that there's probably about 300 trees between you and your destination. If you needed a specific tree number, Kronk.
We are about a third of the way there.
A little bit between here and half, yeah.
Perhaps we should tend to the sanity of some of us before we trek forward.
Yeah, thanks for the help, Serfect.
She like pats him on the shoulder.
Look, good as new.
And she kind of like pats on her wound.
Anxiety looks like it's still in full force, but he just kind of attempts to smile a little bit with a little blush. And he's going, "You're welcome."
Alright, I will say you are able to get your hour short rest in, so if you want to spin a hit die to recover, just click the hit die on your sheet and then go ahead and take one off. And if you're unfamiliar with how hit dice work, it's basically something you can gain back on a long rest, and you get half your hit die back on a long rest. So you can spin them however you want during your long rest once you have more of them. I know right now you only have the one. Wow, Amara, you're completely healed.
She just...
Did it?
Wow, I'm ready for anything.
There you go.
During the short rest, Oren would want to talk to Amara.
Yeah, we'll definitely...
Amara, have you ever heard the saying, friendly fire?
No, I haven't. Why do you ask?
Fairy fire.
Well, when you turned me and all the goblins green, it kind of put me in a really tough situation.
Ollie, I'm really sorry about that. I didn't think it would hit you. Normally it just kind of sprinkles on everything and makes them all glittery and pretty.
Yes, yeah, you need to be a little bit more careful. If I'm to defend everyone, I can't be worried about my allies causing me trouble.
And she looks really sad. Like, you even see her pigtails, if it were possible, to, like, droop a little bit. And she's like,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's why I'm having this conversation with you. I'd rather tell you that it's like, it's when we're fighting, you need to be a little bit more careful about how you're in how you're endangering your allies possibly with your magic.
Magic, it's rocks.
I don't think what was on me was rocks.
It was fluorite dust.
Interesting.
See? And she kind of, like, pulls up a chunk of this sort of, like, limestone that she grinds down into this glitter paste and balls up into these little capsules.
That's pretty cool. Just try and not get it on me again, please.
I thought it complimented your outfit.
And she just kind of, like, hums away.
All right. With that, you
So
all...
Faustus.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Faustus is spending this time, like talking with Surfect and trying to ease him. There's really no other way of saying this, but you did very much save my life.
I saw you get hurt, and then I saw Amara get hurt. I panicked horribly, and then I tried to save you. And then I thought everything was lost, so I thought, well, fuck. And I went out, I ran out, I did the disgusting thing.
It's like Faust just kind of like pulls him over to his shoulder. It's like, there.
It's like a full-on ugly cry.
Come now, everything is safe now. Is there any leftover like poison over his face?
I cleaned it up. There's like just the smudge is gone, but like there's a little like the smudge there. But he cleaned up most of it.
He prestidigitates the rest of it, just like there now. See, all cleaned up.
Thank you. It stains my face.
All right. We hear Orin in the background just gathering up the 5 scimitars and putting them in a bag.
I have weapons.
All right. Anything else for you guys during this short rest? Any more conversation? By all means, I don't mind us taking like time to do the conversation pieces. These are definitely cool. So I just don't want to interrupt that. But if that is all, we can continue.
It's like even if you were scared in the moment, you were quite the hero.
In fact,
You did what was needed in the moment.
Very much strong. You were an angry snake. You fought
Kisses.
well.
Kisses.
I don't like being an angry snake.
You were a brave snake.
And my character is kind of like the little wavy line, like smirk look on his face, like looks down, just staring at Amara with a little blush, and he's like, he's just not saying anything after that.
You were a salad snake, some might say.
While Orin is gathering the scimitar, thinking to himself, what did I get myself into?
But on
Although,
that-
if you're looking for possibly, a way to keep yourself out of danger a little more often, he gets into like his pack and pulls out a light crossbow. I really don't have any use for this. It was given to me by my family, but well, I'm not one for these sorts of things. Perhaps this would be better in your hands.
He looks at us and says,
I do know a little target practice. But are you sure?
Oh, I have ways of defending myself through other means, just... If anything, this sort of thing makes it difficult to pack my things.
he looks at it, and he's like,
Alright.
Think of it as payment for saving my life.
and he'll take it. Kind of just holding his hand a bit. And as soon as everyone looks away for a second, he just kind of makes a makes a little smirk as he like aims at someplace and just goes, bang bang.
Right, so Amara's gonna like slink back up to Oren, and she's gonna be like,
You know, I thought a lot about what you said, and I think I know what went wrong. Maybe green isn't your color.
and she pulls out two other stones, like a blue one and a violet.
Maybe you're more like a violet complexion, or maybe like a blue one.
And she like takes a little brush and she kind of like gently takes his hand and like starts swabbing on it like makeup swatches.
Yeah.
And she's like, try these on. Maybe these are better.
I'm sorry, I can't stop.
He looks over from his bang banging for a second. No one knows he's trying to hide it, but he'll look over for a second and says,
I think he looks more like an organic chartreuse.
Shaking his
Oh,
head.
you're right. And she pulls back the green out and starts swabbing it.
Actually, can I try to perceive the bang bang? I want to see if I notice this.
I apologize. I'm being interrupted.
Color is not.
Give me a moment. I'm being interrupted.
"All right,
The green is more natural. It will
bang bang."
make you more one with nature.
I think it would be good for you, not me.
Nonsense. You're practically glowing.
It's very
That's the problem. We don't need to be glowing. Enemies can glow, but allies should not be glowing. If I need to glow, I cast light on my shield.
Then how are you going to make a strong impression?
like she looks
I did learn that it does take a glowing appearance to look frightening.
My shield starts to glow with light. See, if I need to glow, I can do it myself.
like a softer glow.
and she like continues
No.
painting on your hand until you like pull it away.
I pull my arm away, and Oren gets a little bit more stern. Amara, I do not need any color on me. The color is a problem. It is good for the enemies, not for your allies.
I know that, but in the meantime... That's right.
That trickster.
Or-
That
Oren
trickster.
turns around and goes to the trees. Maybe I'll be one with nature right now.
Yeah, that trickster side comes out of the snake one more time. He has a little bit of a comfort blaster.
And
He
with this
smirks
20,
and-
I'm pretty sure I could see all of this.
Oh yeah, no, you would have noticed him just going bang 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 bang.
I would really hate to do this to you guys, but I think I might have to
So
go ahead
Faustus
and...
chuckles
Hello?
to himself.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're going to have to call it right here because family issues are arising and I need to deal with them, and we're pretty much close to the end of the session for now. My apologies.
all right.
Okie doke.
But I want to thank everybody for coming out. We will get back into this next week. And with that, I will wish you all adieu. Join us soon Wednesday. Check our Twitch panels. We're going to be voting on what campaign to run on Wednesdays. Thursday, are we still good for that Dream World?
I guess we are.
Cool. I look forward to it. And then Friday is our open roleplay. So join us again next Monday, 7 p.m. Central. The Thursday will start at 6 p.m. And then Friday will start at 4 p.m. And with that, I'll go ahead and wish Twitch a good night, please.
Ciao, bye.
Yeah.
And
Night,
with that,
Twitch.
do you hear the calling? The chaotic calling.